Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Artiste Analysis Season 1. And today, we are going to talk about the long-awaited Jungkook from BTS. And when it comes to Jungkook, you see, what's interesting is I've never paid attention to BTS in the past because I was always more into like English songs. But over the recent past year, I've started listening to BTS. And one interesting thing I realized is this. Before I even continue, I want to share with you a bit about what's my perception of BTS in the past. You see, a lot of us, we might have, especially if you're first time watching this video, and if you're watching a BTS fan, you will understand exactly what I'm about to say. But if you're not a BTS fan, I think whatever I'm about to say is going to make sense to you, and you can relate to it. Let me explain what I mean. You see, back then, when I don't really understand BTS, when I don't really listen to them, I always had this idea that, you know, Korean K-pop groups, they can't sing. Comment down below if you've ever felt this way before. But here's what's interesting. Later on, I realized how false of a mindset that is. And I think I've talked about this before also. Back then, when One Direction was famous, but of course back then I was like super young, I didn't thought they were good as well. When I didn't even listen to them. Like, you know, a lot of us, we have this natural reflex. Okay, that when we see something, especially for, maybe for a group of singers, we'll say that, oh, they actually can't sing. They're just all using auto-tune. But is that really true? Afterwards, I realized that actually those singers, they can sing fucking well. Like so fucking well. Like fucking kind of fucking well. They can just sing so well, period. Right? Like afterwards I realized that for One Direction, everyone, literally everyone in One Direction can sing so well. Without auto-tune, by the way. And the same goes for BTS. It goes for almost any other K-pop group. Their vocals are absolutely amazing. And so is Jungkook's voice. So can Jungkook really sing? After studying him, he definitely can sing. Definitely. 1000%. So let's take a look at what the general public thinks about Jungkook's singing first. Alright, so we have it here. Can Jungkook sing? I just typed it into Google and let's see what the public thinks about him. Is Jungkook good singing? I love that English. BTS Jungkook has been praised for his singing skills. Although very emotional, he doesn't go too far as he maintains balance with his simple and pure vocals. Two critics said, according to Korea Boo, his detailed breaths and vibrations have just the perfect mix in creating his own space. Interesting. And it says here that on this year, March 2nd, it says that BTS Jungkook has one unique method for improving his singing skills. I'm interested. What is it? Jungkook is one of BTS main singers. Yeah, definitely. Which means his career depends heavily on his vocal. Yeah, like many other singers, Jungkook constantly works hard to improve his singing skills. Interestingly, he has found one unique method for achieving this task. You gotta get me turned on. What is it? What exactly is it? Tell me. Jungkook sometimes sings karaoke to improve his singing skills. What the fuck? I mean, duh! Singing karaoke, of course. In 2018, Jungkook revealed during a live stream that one way he improved his singing skills is by singing karaoke alone. In South Korea, karaoke, yeah, very popular, affordable, can rent a room. Jungkook said, I want to go to a karaoke room. It really helps you improve your singing skills because you don't have to worry about what others think. I usually go alone and sing any songs I want. Very true. If you're a singer, you know exactly what Jungkook is talking about. Because one thing for us singers, a lot of time, what we are afraid of is other people judging us. What if our voice breaks? What if we strain? Well, guess what? Everyone has that. Before a singer becomes great, as long as you're not singing from 3, 4, 5 years old, as long as you started 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old and later on, you are going to experience quite a bit of vocal strain and voice breaks. And probably Jungkook does as well. But he has practiced so much, so much, that guess what? Today he's just a phenomenal singer. Now let's keep reading. Despite being a lauded singer, Jungkook is still not confident. Really? I don't think so. He looks really confident when he first started training because he was so shy. When Jungkook was a trainee, he couldn't sing when we asked him to. He just twisted his body for 15 minutes and was very shy. He didn't have much talent. So a company question if he could even debut. If that's really true, I don't know. BTS fans, or rather let me be more specific. Cookies, is that what they call you? Jungkook's fan, I don't know. Jungkook's fans, tell me in the comment section below if you're a true fan of him. When he first began, is he really as bad as what they say here? He could be really that bad at the beginning. Maybe Jungkook got in because of his dance, his looks, other skills, and maybe not singing. I have no idea. But if that's really the case, we compare him in the past and now, it's a huge improvement. I don't get nervous at all when singing in front of tens of thousands of people, but I get nervous when I have to talk or sing in front of a small. It's always like this because when as a singer, for the singers watching this video, you know what I mean, right? Like when it's a small group of people, when it gets more intimate, suddenly for whatever reason your heart just starts racing. Versus if you have performed on a big stage before, you realize that most of the time, you know that, especially if it's not like a daylight, if like a concert or a night performance, you can't really see the audience. It is just all like light over there, right? Like camera, phone lights, people waving to what you're singing. So you can't really see, it's just like a whole mess of lights and then you're just singing. And you can't really see their faces, if that makes sense. So a lot of the time that calms you down as well. So that's quite interesting. If you're a singer, you know exactly what I mean. Well, so I guess that's it. Jungkook's amazing trick, Jungkook's special trick is to go to a karaoke and sing alone. That could be possible. I think what he's really driving at here is he practices without inhibition. That's important. He practices without inhibition. But there's also another critical thing that in a moment when we watch his performance, I'll share with you that it is what I believe allowed Jungkook to be really good. So let's keep going. One more article of other people's opinions before I tell you my opinions. K-pop vocalist vocal analysis. I wonder who even did this and is even reliable. It says that Jungkook's vocal range is from G2 to B flat 5. 3 octaves, 1 note and once. Doesn't fucking matter. It's more than enough for him to sing whatever song he wants to sing. Supported range E3 to E4. At this moment, I just want to say fuck you to this source. A supported range is 1 octave? Fuck you. That's not true at all. The most relaxed singing technique out of all tenors. The most relaxed singing technique. This person who made this page is probably a fan. He or she have no idea what the fuck he or she's talking about. But the most relaxed singing technique just tells me that he's probably the best. Because all the great singers, they don't strain. They seem very relaxed and calm when they sing. Pitch is relatively good when not doing vocal runs. Tends to favor falsetto over mixed voice, minimizing vocals. Fuck this pitch. I'm getting out of this pitch. It's not true at all. It's not true at all. Jungkook is way better than what that pitch is saying. Sometimes when I look at these kind of online articles, it pisses me off. Because these people who create all these blogs, they have no idea what the fuck they are saying. And that confuses a lot of people. Could you imagine if you're a Jungkook fan, or if you think Jungkook singing is nice, and you go online and that is what you see about Jungkook, and you're not a professional, you're just someone who's trying to learn, and you see things like that, and then you convince yourself that Jungkook must be bad, then what happens to your appreciation of beauty for great vocals? It will be all over the fucking place. Isn't that a case here? I've seen people say Harry Styles strain. Did you eat shit for breakfast? Harry Styles strain? Harry Styles vocal technique is so good. You tell me he strains? People should really shut up online. You have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, but back to, let me calm myself down. Okay, because Jungkook is such a great singer and I really want to analyze his vocal technique for all of you here. So let's begin by watching the first performance which is actually, we're not going to go to a full performance yet. We're going to take a look at a rehearsal video of Jungkook singing We Don't Talk Anymore with Charlie Puth. And let's see how it goes.
Nice to meet you, man. How are you? Hey, friends.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm taller in person.
Charlie Puth
So
is
I
taller.
like your hat. Tell him I like his hat.
He'll get you one next time when you sit here.
Oh, for real? Okay, so I start off and be like, yeah, I took it down one step.
Oh yeah.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do.
So right now, they're just like
So
practicing.
good. Like we used to do. And then you take this part.
Just a rehearsal. Okay, so just now you can hear that for Jungkook's voice, there was a part where his falsetto didn't really come out. Perfectly normal. This is just a warm up, just a rehearsal. I bet maybe they haven't even sang anything. It's from a get-go. And I want you to notice that right now they are singing everything. Both Charlie Puth and Jungkook, they are singing using their falsetto. They're not going heavy into their mixed voice, into a belt, nothing. Very falsetto, very head voice-ish. Let's keep watching. Before I go on, there's a reason why. You see, normally during vocal warm-ups, what we tend to do is we tend to use more of head voice or falsetto. Because then what happens is, when you're singing in the head voice, at the same time you're trying to find your high placement, more specifically your high head voice placement. And why is this important? Because like I said, the high head voice placement is here and the complete mixed voice vocal placement is here. It's a very small distance away from each other. As a result, when you're close to your complete mixed voice vocal placement, meaning that you're in your high head voice placement when you're singing your pure head voice, then later on it'll be very easy to just compress into the high complete mixed voice vocal placement. And that is why Jungkook is using head voice as a warm up here. Later on in the actual performance, we'll see what he's doing there. Very smooth. Very effortless falsetto voice.
The way I did before. I overdosed. Should've known your love was a game. Now I can't get you out of my brain. Ooh, it's such a shame that we don't talk anymore. That we don't talk anymore. That we don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do.
Execution perfect.
두 번 했잖아요. 그래서 앞에는 푸스 형님이 하시고 뒤에는 그냥 제가 해서 맨 마지막에 위전적으로 딱 하고 끝내면 어떨까?
So for what you recorded, there were two ad-libs. So he was thinking maybe you did the first one and he does the second one.
Okay.
And
What was mine? I don't remember.
it's like
Yeah, it was just.
We don't talk anymore.
And then together.
We don't talk anymore.
Nice. I think they're planning out on how to sing.
그러면 이거
The parts
마지막에 애들
later
하고
on.
있으면
I like how particular he is. This is good.
How
되게
particular he
심하게
is.
체크해서 너무 좋죠.
아 그리고 애들이 계속 길게 할 거면 제가 The way I did before 이걸 쳐주고 그 다음 제가 We don't talk anymore.
I think what Charlie Puth is indirectly saying is that Jungkook has high standards. Like, he's very particular about what he's singing, and he wants to sing it the way he wants to sing it. That's what Charlie Puth meant because, like, if you watch the actual performance, they don't do the original. Jungkook changed up quite a bit, especially towards the end. We will see that later on.
이게 계속 목소리가 없으면 그래서 맨 마지막이면 The way I did before 쳐주고 애들이 하고 있을 때 그다음 또 저 애들이 하고
When you're doing the first ad-lib, is it okay for him to sing the original part so it will just
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Charlie Puth is a very chill person. Like, it's literally his song, but
We don't talk anymore.
It's really his song, but hey, Jungkook is like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that there. I mean, it's nice. I mean, like, Jungkook is contributing to it, and Charlie Puth is just like totally chill with it, you know? Okay, now Jungkook is using more of a mixed voice rather than a head voice. Listen carefully.
We don't talk anymore like
We don't talk anymore like we. Can you see that now? First of all, I want you to observe how calm Jungkook is. Notice that he's just looking at the phone and he's just like singing off. Do you realize that he's not trying at all? He's going like E, F sharp, guys passaggio. Look at how calm he is.
we used to do. We don't talk anymore.
So
We
smooth.
don't laugh anymore. What was all of before? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do.
Can you tell that he's just literally sitting down and there's like no kick? Like, he's not even trying and he lands perfectly. He's not too heavy. He's not trying very hard. He's not building pressure like what a lot of us are doing when we are singing our low placement. Look at how his pressure is all being released. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. There's no build up pressure. Everything is released. The moment he compress, he release, compress, release, compress, release. If you're stuck in a low placement, you'll sound like, oh, the pressure cannot be released. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk. A lot of pressure can't be released. But when Jungkook is placing everything in his high complete mixed voice vocal placement, look at how calm he is, because every time the pressure is being built up, he instantly releases it into his high head voice placement. Think about it.
이렇게 하던데.
Beatboxing now, copying Charlie Puth.
Before. We don't talk anymore.
Look at the vocal agility.
We don't talk anymore.
There's no way at a low placement you can have that amount of vocal agility like what Jungkook has there. No fucking way. Okay? I think I've said this before somewhere. There are three things. If you can do vibrato, you can do runs, you can sing high notes. It's a confirm, it's almost 100% you're in your high placement. Your high complete mixed voice vocal placement. But if you can't do any of the three, there's a good chance you're still stuck in your low placement. Look at Jungkook, he's so free. Can you tell that he's literally just making sound? Making like random sounds. You see, a lot of times, right, great singers, they do this. They make all kinds of weird kinds of sound without any inhibitions. The camera is facing him. Maybe he probably knows there's a camera recording him. He just like doesn't give a fuck and he just does it. And the reason why he dares to do it in front of a camera is because when he's at home, when he's practicing his own little room or big ass room, because it's like so rich BTS, he's doing all this. He got so comfortable doing that, even when there's a camera facing him, he just do it anyways. That's why a lot of times great singers, they make all kinds of weird sound, and they can do it because they have gotten so comfortable making all these kind of sounds in their own room. They've done it a million times. Look at him.
나갔다 치고 올라가세요. 올라가서 센터에 쓸게요. 센터요. 센터에 그대로 쓸게요. 좀 더 앞으로 앞으로 쓸게요. 네, 위험하니까 그게 위험하다는 거예요. 오케이. 그렇게 쓸게요. 리프트 업 시켜도 돼요.
리프트 업 해도 돼요?
자, 요 그대로 이어서 갈게요.
He's like trying to pick over.
한 번 더 이어서 갈게요.
한 번만 다시
바로
해볼게요.
Like, what's happening? What's happening? Can you see how relaxed he is? And there's no auto-tune, no lip syncing. This is a rehearsal. Can you see how relaxed he is? he's sitting down, those high notes up to G4 sharp. No problem, no bit of pressure at all when he is in his high complete mixed voice vocal placement. But it's fine. It's just a rehearsal. Listen. This is key. G4 sharp. Do you see how easily he's doing that? He's not even thinking. Can you tell that he's just like, okay, around. I just hate you. He's not thinking. Oh, high note coming. I just hate you, found out why you've been looking. He's even thinking about a high note. And the key here is, I want you to notice that he has the ability to go from soft to loud. Do you realize that his I, he didn't go straight into it. He crescendoed from a really soft and tiny sound. And then he leaned into that tiny sound. Listen again, this is the key. He can go from soft to loud. He's not going, "Ay!" That will be pulling chest voice. He can transition so smoothly, develop a big sound from this small sound. That is one of a telltale sign that you are in your high complete mixed voice vocal placement. And he's doing that without even thinking, like I've shown you earlier. Let's keep watching, he's amazing. Charlie Puth says that Jungkook is good. Of course he's good. Both of them are very good. I think listen to his playback now. He's trying to find that feeling.
Should've known that was me. But we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't love anymore. What was all of it for? Oh.
He's going around E4, F4 sharp, guys passaggio. Most guys will even need to think about it. Can you tell that he's not even thinking about it? He's just like, we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. Like, it's so easy for him. Keep listening.
We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore.
Oh, just now I think he's singing like one key lower because he's just random anyhow singing. Like, it's just a practice. But I think this is the actual key. Yeah. Now F4, G4. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. Can you tell that he just like people putting makeup for him and then he just he's just singing. Like no inhibitions and no pressure building up. Very, very free. Listen, keep listening. Wait, what? Oh, why are there other BTS members involved here? This is V, right? This is V. Why is he involved here? BTS fan, comment down below. Isn't Jungkook and Charlie Puth singing this song? So why is V involved here? Let's keep watching. We can hear that V is copying Jungkook here, but this is, I think I'm hearing something here. Let's replay this and look at it again. Can you hear a bit of vocal fry there? And then that very small sound. Jungkook is just like, I just hate you. And then V just copying. The thing with about V is that I find that he's using a bit too much air here. Whereas Jungkook, you see he have more sound and less air. If you can hear what I'm talking about. Jungkook's sound is more focused, whereas V's sound is more dispersed. I'm not saying that V's voice is not good. I'm just saying that my prediction is because Jungkook knows the lyrics well. So when a singer knows the lyrics well and is able to form the vowels and consonants right, then he's able to keep all the vowels in the high complete mixed voice vocal placement. Because when V is not familiar with the lyrics, his vowels is all over the place. He don't even know what's the lyrics. I think he's just copying Jungkook. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's there for another performance, but this is between Jungkook and Charlie Puth, I think.
We shouldn't have known that was me. We shouldn't have known me. 'Cause even after.
Listen carefully, this is very obvious.
We shouldn't have known that was me. We shouldn't have known me. 'Cause even after.
Listen to Jungkook's even after. Now listen to V's even after. V's E has less sound and more air. I'm guessing he don't really know the lyrics well. Even after is very focused, the sound. Whereas V is going about even after. Can you hear a difference? Jungkook's sound is more balanced, more focused here. He's using very little air for that to produce the same mixed voice. So, based on just this clip alone, I will argue that Jungkook's voice is more efficient than V's voice. But like I said, that is if I just take a look into account that if they are both familiar with the lyrics. But here, I'm pretty sure V is just copying Jungkook. Here, V have no idea, you can see. It's now V have no idea what is he singing. That's why singers, you have to know the lyrics very well. The key idea I'm trying to get here is you have to know the vowels very well. And if I go even deeper, you have to know where to place your vowels very well. You place your vowels forward, you are dead. You place your vowels behind your high complete mixed voice vocal placement in the complete mixed voice tunnel. For those of you who are taking my complete mixed voice 1.0 course, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say complete mixed voice tunnel. If you can do that, then your sound can be focused like what Jungkook is doing there. Play back and hear the contrast between Jungkook's voice and V's voice again if you need to. I'm gonna keep moving on.
You've been looking for. We shouldn't have known that was me. 'Cause even after all.
Just like walking and just singing. Oh, that's Jungkook singing.
I just hate you. You've been looking for. We shouldn't have known that was me.
Can you tell that G4 sharp for Jungkook is like talking? And I can tell you A4 sharp, B4 up to C5. Up to C5 for Jungkook is just talking. He's not even trying. But I think maybe after C5, high C, Jungkook will start to use a bit more effort. But before that, it's not even trying. That's what I'm hearing from him. Okay, we'll skip this. We'll go to actual performance later. Oh wait, and the entire BTS is here.
처음부터 딱 자신감 딱.
Make some noise! Let's move on to a next clip where it is actually Jungkook going full out for an actual performance of the same song. So far we've been watching rehearsals. This is in fact an even better clip because it tells you the truth about Jungkook's voice without autotune, without post-production, nothing. It's just him walking around, moving around and singing so easily. That is the truth. On the stage, he's really, as an actor, he's a performer. You don't get to see the truth behind his voice. You don't see how good his voice because he covers it up with his smile, with his dance and everything. Now let's take a look at the actual performance now. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the artist analysis that I just did. You probably have heard me mention high complete mixed voice vocal placement multiple times, or high placement multiple times in the video, because that's literally the key to singing high notes well, like that singer that you have just watched. And once you can access your own high complete mixed voice vocal placement, you will unlock your high notes faster than you can imagine, like what I've done over the past 1 short year. If you want to discover your own high complete mixed voice vocal placement, then follow the link below and I'll show you exactly how you can do that. See you on the other side.